Cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start today. We're going to really speak about spiritual seeking or spiritual seeking to the scenarios within our lives and trying to seek or be a seeker. And really, that is a question that I've learned most of my life is not trying to follow the direct route or the direct vibration with the situation. See, what we need to do in our lives as far as spiritual workers is not to follow a direct path, not to follow a direct situation within our lives. What happens with that is we get upset, or we get upset because somebody really wants us to travel in their direction or their platform or their vibration. And I think a lot of us learned that this last couple of years with this pandemic. But we weren't really on the page with someone. We weren't dealing with somebody else's page. Then we got tore out of their page. We got removed because we did not follow their direction that they thought that we should follow. And spiritual seekers are ones that speak for themselves or travel out on the path. They follow a journey on their own. They follow a situation in their own vibration within their life. That's what spiritual seekers do. They don't follow a direct path. They follow their own. And they follow a direction is where they personally need to be. What happens is we get pulled off our direction. We get told that that's not supposed to be the direction we should take, and we should take this direction. And sometimes being a spiritual seeker in our lives comes to point of being, you could be in a point, your vibration on your path, of it being a little lonely with your path, because you have kind of ventured off and people aren't quite following you at that particular moment. But if we continue on the path within our lives, we continue on that path in our lives, we eventually will hit other paths that we can venture onto. So only when we stop and move on to somebody else's path, then we have to backtrack. We have to leave that path and move back to ours. Spiritualism has always been a path for me. It's always been that journey for me. But I've always been on other paths too. I've been Buddhism, all these other different paths, other different religions, other different vibrations. But I always found my way back to spiritualism. I found my way back to this vibration, to this connection. I've always found my way back to a vibration within my life. And if we allow ourselves just to follow our own connection within our lives, our own vibration, spiritual seekers seek out their own path. Spiritual seekers aren't majorly religious. People aren't majorly religious. We don't tie ourselves to one religion and say, that is the religion that we're going to be on. We don't tie ourselves to that. What we do is we are open to all religions, all parts of thought, and allow ourselves to move in a direction which allows us to be who we are, allows us to take that situation. As spiritualism, we allow ourselves to find that true connection within our lives, that true vibration within our lives. We allow ourselves to be that connection, that scenario within our lives. If we allow ourselves to do that, then we find our own path, our own direction. That's what you have to do. You have to allow yourself to be you. There's a book, I sold this before, there's a book that says you on the front of it. It's still, I think it might be still in print. You can still get it online. It's just about you. It's about your vibration, your journey, your vibration, your connection to where you need to be. We have to allow our situations within our lives to allow ourselves to find that passion, that scenario within your vibration, that vibration within your life, that connection within your life, that connection within that journey. See, as a spiritualist, we believe that there is no death. We believe that we speak to spirits. We believe that we have guides that follow us. We believe in different vibrations. Some spiritualists believe in afterlife. Some people believe in reincarnation. Some spiritualists don't. So it's where your belief or where you connect to in the vibration. Some people believe in certain type things with spiritualism, and then other things they don't believe in. I think it's cute that we have a large bookstore here. We don't really deal with tarot cards, but our bookstore sells tarot cards. So a lot of them. So the question is we don't put the same scenario within the vibration, allowing everything to work in the direction it's meant for you. Spiritual seeking should be getting rid of the fear in your life, the fear of connection, the fear of the vibration. And that's what really gets, when I teach mediumship, it's getting rid of the fear of not being right. Maybe I'm not going to get it. Maybe I don't have guides. Maybe I'm not speaking to them. We have this fear within our lives of not connecting, not putting ourselves in that scenario. We have that vibration. See, if we allow ourselves to just connect to who we are, we won't have that fear. We have people that take smudges and they smudge everything in their life. They throw sea salt. They do all this stuff to try to protect themselves when really they're already protected. It's when people tell them, oh my God, you have something around you. Oh, you have something negative. Then they start believing it and they start having fear about having it around them. But before somebody told them that they had this around them, they didn't really understand that they had it. But when you deal with mediumship, you're dealing with connection to spirit. We have to let go of the fear, let go of that vibration of allowing ourselves to not be afraid that we're going to attract something in our lives. Like attracts like, the law of attraction, all that comes in play here with the vibration. And as a spiritual seeker, we have to realize that we might be on the path by ourselves for a while. We might not have people following us at this point. But it doesn't mean we're in the wrong. It doesn't mean we're in the wrong position within our lives. It means that we are just in a part of the path that somebody is, we're just busy cutting our way through the underbrush to where we need to be. So know that at those times when you feel like you don't have somebody around you, know that you have all your guides, your spiritual teachers, your vibrational entities from the spirit world that are following you and taking you on a journey. See, allowing yourself to be you. That is a major concern that I try to get to people when I teach them mediumship, when I teach them trance, when I teach them different things in the vibration, allowing that fear to leave. And that's through this connection of working on it. It doesn't happen overnight that you get rid of all these things that have been fed into your vibration throughout your life. You get rid of all of a sudden, and now you're free of fear. You're free of it. It takes a journey to keep moving down the path. So I said here at the beginning of this, pandemic, for a couple of years, we've had the pandemic, it's been around us. And if you didn't really believe in certain things that certain people believed in, then they just took you out of their list, or they friend you, or they don't really talk to you anymore because you don't believe in the way they believe. And being spiritual, we allow people to find their own path, find their own vibration within their life. We don't tell them that, oh my God, we have to follow this way. It's my father used to tell that to me. When from the Baptist church, he used to say that. There's only one way, and that's the way you have to go. If you don't go that way, then you're not going to be able to follow a path with this part of the religion. But it isn't the way that I wanted to travel. So I could have buckled down and just thrown everything out the wall and just went down that path, not really truly wanting that path, but believing that if I followed it, I'd have friends, I'd have people in my life. And if I leave that path, these people that I knew before aren't going to follow me. My wife and me moved out to Casadega many years ago. And people that we knew for years never really wanted to speak to us anymore. Because we lived here, because we lived in Casadega. We're still the same people. We're still the same individuals we were before we moved here. But we moved here. We placed ourselves somewhere where they didn't approve. And then we were shunned. So the question is maybe we all need a little bit of shunning in our lives. Huh? Maybe that's the vibration to kind of get rid of things, get rid of situations that aren't for our spiritual growth. Ask yourself when you're traveling your path here in the next few months and different things, your vibration, are you on the right path? Are you on the right journey for yourself? Have spirit show you. Have spirit show you different modalities, different vibrations along that path. Are you on the right path? Are you venturing in the right direction? That's where you have to ask yourself. Are you venturing in the right direction? Are you venturing where you need to be? A lot of the times in our lives, we have to realize that as a seeker, not just seeking one thing and stopping on the path. It is seeking, continually to seek. When I do meditations, when I get in contact with my guides, it isn't a question is that I stop at one room or one level where they're taking me. I'm always constantly asking spirit to show me a different level, a different vibration, a different connection to spirit. I'm always asking for more. And if they give it to me, then I'm awesome. That's awesome. But if they leave me in the room for a little while, I'm not going to complain because I got to that room. I got to that vibration. I got to that room. So if we allow ourselves to say, okay, I'm okay here. But you have to ask yourself, are you okay where you are? When we bring through spirit, when we connect to the spirit world, we have that connection of moving our energy up, getting it to a higher level. Same thing as when we go into meditation and we breathe and we move ourselves into a different level of consciousness. We move to a different level, a different vibration. Sometimes we move to different modalities. We have very strong things in our meditations, our dreams, that we have to pinch ourselves that we weren't there. As spirit moved us to that direction and gave us a view of that space. Sometimes we get views of spaces that we never forget. We never leave, they never leave us. Those are very vivid in our lives, very vivid in our vibration throughout our lives that we say, oh my God, that happened. I can't say it didn't, it happened. It was very vivid, it was very prolific in our vibration. And we remember those times that spirit shows us a glimpse of the spirit world. Many times in my life, spirit has given me a glimpse of the spirit world. Many times as a seeker, I've always been trying to seek different parts of the spirit world. That's why I allow my guide Lucerne to come in and speak through me. That's the most methods is because Lucerne comes in, overshadows, jumps in, speaks through me. But while he's speaking through me, I get to travel a little bit on the other side with the other guides that are part of his group. So I get training, I get understanding, I get a view. As I've said here before, when I go off with Lucerne, seeking situations in the spirit world, I've been through jungles with Tobias, walking through these paths, through these overgrown jungles, ending up in a village somewhere up in the mountains, talking to people while Lucerne's talking through me, but I am speaking with people on the other side, talking to them in this village high up in the mountains. Or I might just be sitting in an office somewhere with one of the other guys and then placing a book out in front of me that I've never seen before and asking me to look at it. Or I could be somewhere sitting like that one I like the best is when I sit on a planet. I sit on a planet on the other side and I can play music with the different planets that are circling that planet. I can play tones of vibrational music as I sit there, sitting on that bench. So there's a lot of places that we can venture to if we allow ourselves not to be afraid. I've had a strong connection maybe because I've had times in my life that I wasn't even supposed to be here. I was supposed to have left. I've had near-death experiences with near-death experiences where I could have been gone, left this earth plane. And I've had the view of the other side. So I'm not really afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it. I kind of know. I don't know exactly at this point where I will arrive in the spirit world, but I know I'm arriving. I'm pretty sure that I've progressed in the spirit on this earth plane to move to a different level where I arrive from the spirit world into this plane of existence. I think I'm going to be at a higher level when I re-enter the spirit world. But I don't know exactly. And that's what makes us afraid. There's a little bit of fear of we're seeking things on the spirit world, but we're still afraid of that leaving the body and venturing there. Once we get there, woo-hoo, but it's that venturing of that movement from this plane to that plane, which gives us that fear within our vibration. We had Lolly Weigel here. She was here many years ago as a medium, and before her, just about the time she passed, she had a guy named Jerry, and Jerry used to follow Lolly a lot. I would see Jerry, I'd speak to Jerry. He was a guide for her. But when she got really sick, she thought Jerry had left her. He had left her to fend for herself. She was very frightened. She didn't have Jerry there anymore. But I tried to explain to her, Jerry has gone to make a place for you. He has gone to clear the way. He has not left. There are other guides with you, but your major guide has gone to prepare a place. So we have guides in our vibration, but they're preparing places for us. And as a seeker, I understand that. I understand that I might believe that I need to be down a certain path in my life, a certain vibration in my life, and that's where I need to be. Huh. Maybe that's not the place I need to be. That's why I have to listen. As a medium, I teach you to discern the spirit, but discern your own spirit, discern your own vibration. What are you thinking? What are you wanting to manifest within your life? How do you manifest it? Is it manifesting good for you? Or are you manifesting something that you want to throw, that you want to take out on trash day and throw it away? Sometimes we have to take things from our life and put them out next to the street. Let it go. Stop thinking about it. Let it be. Let it go. During the pandemic, I've lost quite a few people that passed because of the pandemic. But I also lost a lot of friends, people that thought that I should believe the way they believe. I better believe the way they believe, or I got tore out of their Facebook page. But, well, I just made more friends enter my Facebook page. That's all. I didn't really want. You're not going to force me. Like a seeker, don't let somebody force you to say, you better do this or we're not going to like you anymore. Well, I got plenty of friends on the other side. Don't worry about it. I got plenty of people that will speak to me. Don't worry about it. I got this. See, because questions, if you allow them to do that to you, then you start to venture off on a path. It might not be a bad path at first, but eventually you lose control of the path. And eventually you have to try to get back to your path. That's how far you take that path off road. That's how long it will take you to get back to your path. When we deal with, I've dealt my life a lot with illness, sickness, having near-death experiences, passing to the spirit world. I've had all this stuff happen to me. A lot of stuff in my life. Maybe that's what's made me a good medium, because I've been over there more than I've actually been here. But the question is I understood that they were trying to show me something, not to frighten me, but to show me. So I'm open. I'm open to, I'm not like my wife. My wife one time said, well, when I get to be a medium, I'm going to be open 24/7, just like a 7-Eleven. I'm going to be open. That didn't last long. She closed the door a little bit. So it didn't last that long in the vibration. You have to set up particulars within your guides. You have to tell them, no, we're not doing this. You're in control. I tell people, we are alive on this earth plane. They are in spirit. They're at a different level of consciousness than we are. They're a different level of consciousness as we travel this earth plane. So we have to tell them, no, that doesn't work for me. That doesn't fit. Don't wake me up at 3 o'clock. Don't make that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It bothers me. Don't do that. Tell them, be specific with them. We have healing guides that work with us every single day. But even though we have these guides, we have to tell them, not constantly, but every so often say, you need to show me If there's something I need to do that I haven't done that I should be doing for my health, that's what you have to do. Every so often I go, I am awesome. I am perfectly healthy. I am perfectly healthy. I am awesome. I'm amazing. I am running the course. I tell myself that. I set those revolutions in motion through affirmations throughout my life. And if you're in this work as a seeker and working as a seeker, start saying affirmations every day. I have affirmations that play. I have them on. I talk to my recorder. I got my recorder. I do all these affirmations. I put them all together. And when I lay in my big Buddha Maitreya pyramid I have here, I play my affirmations that has me talking to myself while I sit in meditation with my affirmations. I have that constantly moving within my vibration, or at least I'm mentally, at least maybe 4, maybe 8, 10 times a day, I'm reciting affirmations in my life. Not because I'm broken, completely broken, and I need, oh my God, I need all this help, but I'll take the help. I will take the help from the spirit world, but I have to clear this vibration. I could get a bad thing from the doctor. I could get a whole bad information from the doctor and allow that just to feed into my vibration. You can't. You have to allow yourself to clear it. You have to say, no, that is their opinion of where I need to be. I will try to follow their direction as much as I can, but I then will be responsible for my own journey and how I perceive it. I've been taking all kinds of medicine in my life. They would have probably killed me already. But I didn't do that. I took what I thought was best for me, and then I allowed myself to get higher and higher because I knew that if it was my time to go, then I was going to go. But if not, I'm supposed to be healthy. I'm supposed to have quality of life, not quantity. Quality of life here. And that's why we have to look and tell our God, especially remind them every once in a while. We might have signed up for the journey, but how we arrive and how we propel that journey is up to us. It's how we see it. So many people I do readings for in this lifetime, they follow journeys for everyone else. Oh, I moved here for my mother. I hate it here. I don't like it here. Oh, I'm here for the oh. And they're constantly miserable with everything around them. They're not happy. They're not happy. You have to be happy. You have to be content. You might not be complete. You love to have more. You like to have something else, but be content where you are. That's what disrupts our vibration when we're not content where we are and we're stuck there. And we continually in our head go, this is awful, this is terrible, this is awful, this is terrible. And that constantly then takes a root and then we're there. It becomes part of us. Spiritual seekers sense that we allow individuals in our lives to be who they are. We don't believe, when spiritual seekers believe in a higher self, we believe in the vibration, but we don't follow a book. I've got, you see books behind me, stuff behind me, there's books all over my office. I have plenty of books. I don't go by just one book. I go by many books. There's many forms of the Bible. There's many forms of it. It isn't just one King James version and that's it, and we're done. There's many forms of the Bible. The Osprey Bible is very, very enlightening when you read it. There's different things that you can read that get your attention. When I was younger, I read the book, The White Book from Rampa, which I thought was awesome because everything in the book, it got my attention. It woke me up. It flipped the switch on. It flipped the switch. That is the books, the vibration or the energy you have to get yourself hold of when you allow yourself to, when it flips a switch. If it's not doing anything for you, go, that's your stuff, not mine. It's God bless you. Thank you for the information, but it's not really mine. Don't take it because it has to be that for you. Spiritualism isn't that whole thing for me. I'm probably not the typical spiritualist, you know. I'm not really typical one. I'm not going to do the Fox sisters heard the raps, did all this stuff. That was in the 1800s. We're in the 2000s now, 2021. Fox sisters are dead, gone. They've been gone. The religion, spiritualist religion, that had to change over the years. It has to progress itself. Religions haven't really changed. They stay the same. They add some more music, they add some more hymns, they add some more rules, but they don't change. The only person that actually changes is you. And that is when you become a seeker. When you understand that you are not the rules. You are not the rules. You are not what's written in black and white. You are that vision of what you see. See, with my health, if it takes my life, I've had to take care of myself. So I've had to work on that. I've had to work on that vibration. So I've got the vaccination. I've got the vaccinations. Everybody says, oh my God, they put probes in you. Oh my Jesus, the mothership's going to beam me up. The mothership's going to beam me up. Then I get a free ride home. What the heck? Huh? Well, what the heck? Let them beam me up. If they know where I'm at, God bless them. Then at least somebody knows where I'm at. So, let them beam me up. But you have to take responsibility. Now, a lot of things with our lives, we have to take responsibility for our lives and where we are at this point. Sure, we have things in our lives that come from hereditary. A lot of my health comes from hereditary. It's within the family tree. I could blame the family tree, but I picked the family tree. So now I've got this in my life. Now I got to figure out how to adjust it within my vibration to keep me on the path of where I want to be. Sure, we'd all like more money. We'd like, oh my God, we'd like all this stuff for our lives. But maybe the money, the situation in your life right now isn't really supposed to be there for you. Maybe right now you're supposed to be on a path because you're supposed to connect to someone else to help them, to allow them to be on their journey. Maybe you can't have the money right now. Maybe you can't have this at this moment. Maybe there's something going on with your health at this point in your life that you're going, this should be done. It should be finished. Maybe you have to cross paths with someone. Maybe you have to do that. That's why you ask your guide. So there's something I need to do, something I need to put in motion to allow this to move in a different direction. Show me. Be repetitious too, so I can get it, so I don't lose my space. Sometimes we just follow a direction and think like, we had a lady come yesterday. She came and she told my wife, said, oh my God, you should take K vitamins with the stuff that you're on. Well, she takes a new kind of medication. She takes all the K vitamins she wants to. And then if Marie would have fed into that, she was like, oh, I got to stop eating all this stuff. I got to. See, it's when we allow it to take root. We need to pull it roots out. If you cut the weeds down at the soil level, the roots are still there. They're going to grow back. That's why we do affirmations, to clear out the root system, to clear out the vibration of the root system within our lives. We do that. We do that connection. But trust yourself that I do sea salt in my house. I say prayers, highest and best, nothing else. But I don't go overboard. I don't go overboard with this whole protection. I believe there are healing guides at the four corners of the universe. Master healing guides stand at the four corners of the universe. And as those guides stand there, they are sending energy throughout the whole universe, interconnecting along the ley lines of every journey. You are where you live right now on a ley line. Ley line. You are on a ley line. Longitude, latitude follows vibration. That ley line runs out into the universe. It's where you're at. So till you move, we sit and we play our music on that ley line. It's like a musical string to a guitar. Play our music on that ley line until it's time for us to move to a different one. But we will stay there, kicking or screaming. We will be there. until the music is done playing for us there. So Spirit then moves us. Then all of a sudden, everything falls into place. We move, everything's awesome. We move somewhere else, but we've been placed on a different ley line. If people in this lifetime figured out exactly where their ley lines were in their life, where they are right now, and then if they move, see where Spirit moved. What ley line are you on now? Where are you now? Where have you placed yourself at this moment? See, that is a thing in our lives because we pick our births, we pick our names, we pick our parents, we pick our place where we're born, we pick these things long before we arrived here. If I wouldn't have had all the lung problems and been born prematurely in my life and been really all this stuff would have happened to me. I picked that journey. I picked that vibration out of the womb. Boom, I'm here. Okay, I got this stuff. I'm here. I picked it. I could have picked, oh my God, I could be living it. I could be living in a king's mansion somewhere. Oh my God, it'd been awesome. My Jesus, I had servants. Oh my Jesus. I didn't get that. I picked this journey. And when we complain about it, then we keep complaining, that just takes root. I've learned in my life to not complain about the journey because I picked the journey. Yeah, I picked it. And even when I'm seeking right now, I look at things and I weigh the possibilities. I weigh the possibilities. That's why I do the 9-year cycles. 7 years you go along with your life, 8th year you purge, 9th year you regroup, then you take off again. You see where it fits in the vibration for you, especially if you take it on. If you move in that direction, you take it on. Does it fit does it fit the value that you're looking for? Is it going to take you away from something that you're not going to be able to do if you do that? Does it fit you? I love it when people tell me, oh, Lewis, I knew it was bad. I was so awful. Oh, but I felt I needed to do it. Really? If it's so bad, why'd you go? Why? That's why. If you hate it so badly, why would you go? I have a lady that hates Central Florida, hates it with a passion. Her daughter wants her to move back here. And she says, oh, Lewis, I'm going to have to move back. Why are you moving back to a place you hate so drastically? It will put you in that mode that it will feed within your vibration until you make yourself sick. Then you venture off to the spirit world. Nobody dies too young. Nobody dies too young in their life. What happens if you cause all kinds of craziness in your life, you leave early, whatever energy was left that you were supposed to use and have within your vibration just gets spread to people that needed it. Allow them to stay a little longer. Allow them to be. It's like putting extra money in the front of the bus. Allows the people on the bus to ride a little bit longer. That's all, as you venture off the bus. I want to stay here as long as I'm supposed to. Then I'll go. I'll be on this good side of life. I will be venturing over there. And most of us, as we get older, we want to see what the spiritual world looks like. That's why people come into spiritualism. That's why they come into these types of religions. So we can see or have some kind of communication with the spirit world. So we can see it. So we have that connection to it. Allow yourself to fear the vibration. That is the key in all this. If you're afraid, or if you're fearful, or you're not going to move. Allow yourself to find that passion. The passion. I look at the next door, the next vibration, the next door. I'm not satisfied. I'm okay with the room I'm in. But what's in the next room? What is there? What is in that next room? That's what I'm always looking for. Is there another room that I can go look at? There's another space in my house that I need to go look at. I'm not satisfied with the one space. That's why I buy a lot of books. That's why I read all these books. Not because I'm supposed, I had a book the other day on mediumship, an old book on mediumship. It had this prayer, this mediumship prayer in it. I thought was awesome. I've never seen it before. Now it was in this book. I thought it was awesome. I'll make little cards out of it. I'm going to hand it out to people. It's a little mediumship prayer. I thought it was awesome. So these books, they'll be propelled within our life to give us that attention. But watch what's going on in your life. Watch. Pay attention to what's what's arriving. I don't care if somebody just arrives in your life and somebody else by the same name arrives. There's somebody else by the other same. And you're going, okay, that's a pattern. Okay, Spirit, you got a pattern going. Why? You don't wait till the pattern runs itself out. You start seeing, you leave your house today and you see a crow standing on top of the telephone line. You go, oh, crow. You drive down the street, there's still a crow. You go, okay, guys. All right. Why the crow? Why? Show me why. Because sometimes we see these things and we go, no, I don't know what to do with those. I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do with that? That's dumb. They want to get your attention and then they will bring the information. They don't want to just bring you the information because you might not see it. So they bring situations in your life to get your attention. Then they bring it. That's why I'm always asking my guys, okay, I saw that. Why? Why? Why am I seeing that? Why? The question here is allowing ourselves to be able to ask questions. And you might think, well, oh, that's crazy. I'm just talking to myself. No, you're talking to your higher self. You're talking to that higher connection of you that's connected to the spirit world. You are constantly connected to the spirit world. We might not sense it all the time, but we are connected. We are connected to the spirit world constantly. So when we raise our vibration, we feel it. We feel the energy change when we keep connecting to the spirit world. And pretty soon it becomes a habit. We're connected. But you have to learn how to shut it down. You have to know how to kind of quiet it so it's not completely on all the time. So you still have to live your life here. You can't be ungrounded and flighty your whole life and go, ha ha. That you still have to be serious about some things in your life. You just can't just go, no, I'm connected, I'm off. And I've seen people like that. They're off. They're like, phew. They're off. They're just done. And I said, no, you got to come back to earth. You just got to come back to earth. Come back. And so you try to ground them. See, when you're in this vibration, when I first started seeing spirit, I thought, boy, I was just it. I was just, oh my God. Then I got a quick lesson from my guides when I would do readings, and I would say, I don't need you. What do I need you for? They would just walk away. I would be left to do it on my own. I couldn't do it on my own. I needed them. I learned that with my health too. I couldn't do my health vibration on my own. I couldn't do that. I couldn't make this healthy. I couldn't connect to that vibration. I had to get them to help me. That is the question of allowing them to help. Bring what I need, propel what I need, propel the vibration. That's what you ask yourself. What is the vibration I need? But as religions, as long as you have a belief in your vibration, that you believe in the infinite intelligence, you believe in God. I don't really believe in my life that someone's going to save me from myself. I believe that I am on a journey in my life. That's what I believe. I believe I'm on a journey that I have chosen on my life. I have chosen the pitfalls and the journey on this road that I need to make. I have to understand it and figure out how to move around it or through it. Sure, these things are going to happen in my life, but my life lesson, my life knowledge in my life is how I maneuver the obstacle in my life. I'm not supposed to crash and burn. I'm supposed to understand how to maneuver the obstacle. Do I hit it full force? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go under it? Over it? How do I manage this situation within my life? That's what I've learned in my life is that we can talk about karma and all this other stuff in our lives, but I don't believe that we take karma from past lifetime. Some past lifetime, 20 lifetimes back, you committed murder. Now, all of a sudden in this lifetime, you're going to pay for it? No. That lifetime was a journey for you. Maybe that murder, maybe that vibration in your life what's supposed to happen to change other people's lives. See, we forget that we are part of the whole. We're not just part of just our little dwelling. We're part of the whole. And things happen in our lives that we think, oh my God, that was awful. But what if it wasn't really for us? What if it was just really to change the group direction? Maybe they need energy from me. Maybe they need energy from Jennifer, maybe energy from Julie, from William, from other people that are on this talk today. Maybe they need energy from all of you. Something happens in all our lives to manifest that energy that's going to change the movement of the group. And we might look at it and say, well, that didn't work out well for me. Well, what if it was not for us? See, we get so into, I have people looking back in their past lives. Oh, really? We have to get this life done. Well, this is the one we're on. That past life is done. We are somewhere buried somewhere in the world. We're done. We have to figure out this lifetime, this journey in our life, this vibration, not that other one. I have people tell me, Lewis, I'm sick because of my past life. Really? No. You're ill or you have things in your life right now because of the people, situations you picked, or the family you picked. Maybe it's hereditary. Maybe it's something you had in your life. Maybe you live somewhere where it's toxic and you got an illness from that vibration. I have people that lived in very homes that had black mold in them, and then they got lung issues and all kinds of things because of the house they lived in. Not because it was from some past life. That black mold found you from a past life. It wasn't. No. So we have to, I explain to people, we're all seekers, we're on our journey. I might see the whole world this way. That's how I see it. You might see it a different way. You might go, oh no, Lou. Hey, that's still great. See it the way you want to see it. I'm not here to direct your path, but maybe just put some stuff out in the path. Maybe put some stuff out there. You go, oh, I like that. And you might take some of it and move down the direction. Best thing about being a seeker or a traveler, I call myself a traveler. I don't stop in one location and decide that that is it. I'm not going to be a medium that stops at one level and go, as far as I'm going to go, I'm good here. I want to go to the next level. I want to go to the next vibration. I laugh because I've been doing trumpet seances for a while. And I was taught how to do a trumpet, like how to do a trumpet. Then, I got this old mediumship book. And it says that I need to get a bowl of water and set the trumpet in the water, which would make the trumpet talk quicker. So I put my trumpet in the water. See if it's going to talk quicker. I mean, it's like these informations will come to you. They'll be downloaded in your vibration if you want them. If you need them, they will be downloaded into your vibration. We have to allow them to come. Allow ourselves to speak to our higher consciousness. Because I said, the consciousness is always connected. It's always that true vibration, that connection to the spirit world. I'm always connected. I'm always got a telephone line open to the spirit world. The line is never cut. It's never hung up. It is always open. If they want to speak to me, I'm open. They can speak to me anytime they want, but within reason, not to disrupt my life, not to throw me completely off balance, but within reason, speak to me. Allow me to know it. Guides can talk to you at more at 7 o'clock in the morning than they can at 3 o'clock in the morning. So no sense of waking you up at 3, making you get up out of bed, losing sleep because they need to talk to you at 3 o'clock. No, you haven't set rules with them yet. Boundaries. And that includes the boundaries with people, energy, that vibrations around you. If people are on the path, doesn't mean they're on a bad path. They could be just having a bad day. It could just be the direction of their life that's for them, not for you. Not that they're on a bad path. They're on their journey. I might be on Highway 40 and they're on Highway 20. They're still on their highway. They're still going to get to where they need to be. We're all going to get to the spirit world, but I'm on a different highway. I'm on a different road. And allow yourself to, the road that you're on right now, in this vibration, in this lifetime, right this minute, does it make sense to you? If not, consciously ask them and say, this doesn't make sense. Could you help me? We need to ask in our lives. We can say that we can do it all on our own, but we have to ask for help. Help me. Is there something I'm doing? The Sir told me many, many years ago, is there something I'm doing, something I should be putting in motion, something that I haven't seen? Please show me. I mean, he's told me, he said, covers all bases. Things you haven't seen, something you should, it covers all bases. It allows us to propel whatever we need into vibration. Sometimes we hone it too thin, too forceful. And one point little beam, and Spirit goes, we can't give that to you. But we keep that beam going, like, no, I want this. No, no, no. Maybe we might ask for $20 million, but maybe we only need $1 million. But we won't take less than 20 million, and it doesn't come. We're going, we need to open up to the universe and say, there's something I need to see, something I need to do. Allow me to see it. Allow me to put it in motion. Show me. And I want my guides to show me. I want them to come up and walk up and talk to me and propel me in a direction. Sure, I believe in higher intelligence. I believe in master guides. I believe in all this from the spirit world. I believe that I am a level in the spirit world. I won't know the exact level I'm in until I get back there and they punch my number and go, aha, you're in level 6. I'm going, okay, I moved up. Good. I probably won't know that I've done a really extremely good job until I venture there. Until I venture back. And then I will know. But right now, you do the best you can. As one lady used to tell me, do no harm. What you want to do is do no harm. Do no harm to others, but people forget too that do no harm to yourself. Don't beat yourself up over something that happened when you were a kid. Don't beat yourself up because somebody has defriended you because of your path, of your vibration in your life. As I said, we moved here to Casadega. Most of our families, most of the people that knew us, most people that were connected to us, gone. Disappeared. Because they thought that we had moved off into a cult. We had moved off into crazyville. We weren't following the strict religion values. We had moved out. We were like the Amish, and we had gone off on a free little journey. And now we have been shunned from the Amish community. We're done. I'm going, really? But I never changed my journey. I said, no, I'm supposed to be in this journey. I'm supposed to be here. So I kept forging ahead, and I got new friends, new people, new situations. But I kept forging ahead. I could have just stopped and said, oh my God, people hate us. People don't like us. Oh my God, what are we going to do? We got to go back. We got to go back. Then I would be stuck there, not really believing in the way they believe. But I scare people when I tell them I can see. I get them a little worried. So I can't really announce that in public, what I can see to certain individuals, because it scares them. Because some people are not really massively connected to their religion. So if you shake it a little bit, like a snow globe, it throws them off balance, and they can't take that. They don't understand that. It's not what they were taught. They allow one person, one minister, one pastor, one vibration to lead them down a path. I'm sure I'm pastor of the church, but I don't lead you. I help you. I give you all the tools you need to venture forth. You stay, you're around the church, awesome. If you venture down your path and I don't see you for a while, God bless you on your journey. But I'm not here to stop you on the path. And that's what happens when we allow ourselves, see, when we don't be no harm, do no harm. When we stop ourselves on the path, not because somebody else has stopped us. We stop ourselves from seeking, from venturing forth. We tell ourselves, oh my God, that's not good. Oh. We stop ourselves, or we stop at a situation because we feel that we need to be Mother Teresa, we need to be Florence Nightingale, we need to stop, we need to help these people. Sometimes other people can step up to take care of them. If you're miserable, you're just going to, that's why most caregivers die before the patient, because the caregivers are miserable being there. The person they're taking care of is just fine. But the caregiver is the one that actually usually goes to the spirit world. The father or the mother or the husband or the sibling, they go to the spirit world because they've taken care of the person here. Are you happy? Are you content? Set the rules with your guides. My wife told me when I was 28 years old, I was supposed to go back in a wheelchair. And she looked at the doctor really quick, says, well, I ain't pushing him. He better push himself. I said, well, she's not going to help push this chair, so I better get out of it. And I got out of it. I went through a lot of treatments and different things, and I haven't been back. But the question is, we have to set that in motion with your guides, how we make the journey. What do we need? Do we need supplies? Do we need encouragement? Do we need new people to enter our lives to bring us new encouragement? What do we need in our lives? That's what we have to ask. And get rid of that fear, that stomping on the path. Ask your guides for the next part of the journey. What's the next journey? What's the next road? Show me something different. You don't want to eat at the same restaurant every single week. Try a new place. Go somewhere else. Do something different. See what's something different. I do the Spiritualist Church here. I love going to tent revivals. I love going there. I'm not going to get there and start preaching, but I love just feeling the energy in the space. Going to these large mega churches, sitting in the back and just listening and watching the energy. It just encourages me. I just like that. I like taking myself out of my comfort zone and placing myself somewhere else where it takes me out of that comfort zone, where it takes me somewhere. Allow myself to feel that energy. That's why when you do meditations, you connect to higher senses of consciousness. When you feel spirit, you never lose that feeling. Every time they're near you, you're going to feel that feeling. You're going to have that connection. It'll be there. And people could shake their head and go, no, you don't see that. But you know you do, because that feeling is there. That connection that you've had before is now here. So you know they're there. You know they have arrived. Sometimes spirit just comes by, wisping by. Maybe you'll get a smell of coffee. You get a smell of perfume. You just got to know they don't want to bother you, but they want you to know, I'm near you. I'm here. Not all family members go righteously into the spirit world and have all knowledge. They can only help you when they are supposed to help you. They can't be there all the time saying, I can help you. My mother and father couldn't help me on certain situations that I had to do. They couldn't help me do that. So how would I expect them from the spirit world to say, okay, got this problem? When I know in my life, they can't help me with it. They can encourage me, they can love me, they can wish me well, but they can't help me with it. That's why we have different guides, different people that followed us from the spirit world, different bands of guides, different bands of spiritual teachers, master teachers, healers, ones that know how to correct the situation. Those are the ones we talk to. When I was ill, I didn't talk to my uncle who had the disease that I have because he never conquered the disease. He died from it. So is he going to be able to help me? No. I asked for the highest physician, the highest doctor, the highest vibration on the other side to come and work with me. I might not know their name. I might not know where in the universe they are coming from, but I know that when I've sent that word out into the spirit world, they are on their way. They are on their way. So I have to truly, within my head, know that they are on their way. Because everybody tells me, oh, wife, we're going to open a center. Great, awesome. Spirit tells me the money and all that stuff is going to be there. It is on its way. So I know that it's on its way. Don't know when it's going to get here. Hope it gets here for a 90 or something because I'm kind of old to be building a new center at 90. Be like Moses, you know. So it gets a little bit sooner than that. But the question is, I have to allow them to allow it to run, but I know that it's on its way. Same thing with health, same thing with well-being, same thing with relationships, people, situations. They are on their way. Sure, I have a lot of people in my life now, a lot of people in my vibration, but I'm always open for new people to show up to help, not to take away from me, not to stop me on the path, not to bind me on the path and say, no, no, you can't do that. No, I'm supposed to be on my path. Now, you want to join me on my path? Awesome. Join me. But if you don't want to join me, don't try to stop me, though. Because sometime, maybe down the road, I will intersect your path at a different vibration and be able to help you. See, that's what I've always believed in my life. Even though people might not be on my path, allow them to journey on their path. Because maybe sometime in your life, as you venture down the path, they will intersect your path from their path and bring you something in your life that you absolutely need at that moment. But if you were to stop them from making that journey, that item would have never arrived when you needed it most in your life. So do no harm. Do no harm in people's lives. If we allow ourselves to believe that and understand that we are on a journey, we are on a connection within our lives, always, always on a connection. Allow yourself to understand that. Don't be fearful of spirit. Don't be fearful of yourself. Don't be fearful of you. Even though you've had many lifetimes, many incarnations, many places where you have journeyed into the spirit world and journeyed here, doesn't mean that you are just this. This body is just this journey, this car we picked for this journey. Sometimes we have to kick the tires, we got to clear out the trunk, we got to replace the motor. We got to do some work on the journey to get our car to the end of the journey. But we end up with this model, this vibration that we picked. Now we try to hold it all together till we make our venture out of here. And that's where your guides come in. That's where the mechanics, the guides, the healers, the teachers, the instructors come in to say, we can help you. We can help you. It's like, when I was young and I was really, really, really sick, my guides took me on a journey into look at the Amazon jungle. And they set me in this teak hut with all these diaphragms, all these symbols. I can still see the symbols today. And they ushered me into the room. And the back part of this, it looked like a large igloo. The back part of it was these three men. And they were cooking something. So my guide sat me down and said, behave, sit for a minute. And they made this stuff. And it was green and yellow and orange. And they told me to drink it. I said, ooh. So I drank it. And when I came out of that journey, that out-of-body experience, that journey, the doctor said, we don't know what happened. What happened to his vibration? But whatever was going on with him is now gone. They took me. Now, if I told my father that, Baptist minister told him that, he goes, "Oh, no, you didn't see that. No, no, no. This was, no. No, I knew it was that. No, 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 I knew. I had ventured there. I had been there. I had to pinch myself that I wasn't there. I knew I had been there. And there have been there's been some times in my life that I have to pinch myself that I've been there. I was taken there. I was shown that space. There's where we want to get. We want Spirit to show us the space. Give us the view. Let us make the decision of how we take the rest of the journey. Give us the view. But remember, get rid of the fear. Don't allow the fear to be part of your life, because if you do, it'll stop your seeking your truth. Your truth. Remember, people can talk on this internet, talk everywhere about their truths. What is your truth? How do you venture forth in your life? Not because somebody else's truth. Somebody else's truth becomes your truth also. But be able to say, that is my truth too. Not because it's somebody else's. It is your truth too. Not because you follow, because they might defriend you. Might not like you anymore if you don't travel in their truth. So remember, trust yourself, love yourself, get rid of the fear. Ask your guides, be specific with your guides. Say, I'd really like to see this. I would really like to experience this. If you've got a guide out there, somebody out there that can help me, introduce me to them. Allow them to arrive. Allow them to arrive. Don't just allow me to just flutter here. Allow me to what? I tell people, I said, I'm not an angel. I'm not really good on heights. I may probably clip my wings. I'm not good on heights in this lifetime. I'm not good. So the question is, though, is we are all spiritual beings. We're all spiritual beings. We're all connected to that spiritual self. But this body, this vessel that we chose in this lifetime, is our journey, is our car, our vibration we take for so many years until it gives out. And then we end up back in the spirit world telling everybody about our journey, how we made our journey, how we perceived our journey. That is our life review. Not because we review it, it's we're reviewing it with others. We're telling others how we made the journey. We are the teachers to others so that when they follow, they know how we made the journey, how we got through it. So sure, things happen in our lives. Don't believe that they are there for the whole part of your life. They could be there for a moment because you need to cross paths with somebody. You might have to see a certain doctor, a certain vibration, see a certain person to get through a certain situation because you have to affect their vibration. Then all of a sudden your illness just goes away and you go, really? You made me go through all that? And all I had to do was that? Why didn't you take me there before to begin with? That's why you talk to them. Why? That's why you talk to them. So next week, remember, we're going to do this next week. This will be posted on YouTube. Just remember, if you're I really